That's okay. All right, go ahead and come into your comfortable seat, getting situated on your mat. And sit up nice and tall, lining your shoulders up over your hips. Let your eyes close or softly gaze out in front of you. Let your hands rest on your thighs and let your shoulders drop away from your ears. As I give all those cues, you start to tend to tense up because you're like, oh, I got to sit just so perfectly. But I want you to do that in a relaxed fashion. So we want to get rid of the tension that we drew into ourselves all day and start to let that go. Think about things melting off, rolling down, leaving, putting them aside for the next hour. And now pay attention to your breath. Start thinking about how you're breathing in through your nose, nice and long. And then back out through your nose. Notice how the air feels on your upper lip. And notice how the air in the room feels on your arms or your legs, maybe the back of your neck. Start to deepen your breath even more. See if you can breathe into the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain that breath. And now breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in deeply. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath for a beat. And then exhale. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. Hold it. Exhale. Breathe in. Hold it. And exhale. Take a few more breaths, finding your own pattern, your own count. And now start to gently wiggle your fingers and then reach your arms out to the side. And then inhale, bring them all the way up overhead, letting your fingertips touch. And then exhale, flip your palms, press everything back out down to the floor. Inhale, scoop everything up. Exhale, press everything away. Inhale, bring it all up. And exhale, press it all down. Inhale up, hold your arms in this V shape. Let your shoulders relax. Think about your shoulder blades melting down your back. Take a breath here with your arms reaching up to the ceiling. And then on your exhale, twist to the left, bringing your right hand to your left knee and your left arm behind you. Breathe in nice and tall. And then exhale, gaze over your left shoulder. Now your spine should be nice and straight, and you should be able to pick up your left hand and bring it to your lower back or the outer edge of your right hip. Breathe in and look back a little bit further, nice and gentle. And now reach your left hand back behind you. Bring it all the way up so that your bicep is by your ear. Gaze up at your fingers and then exhale over to the right. As you reach to the right, hold on to your left knee. Drop your left hip heavier down to the ground. Take one more breath here, stretch a little bit deeper, and then bring your left hand up to the ceiling and let it come all the way down. Bring both hands back to your knees. Reach both arms back up into your V shape. Breathe here, let your shoulders drop. Big inhale, exhale, twist to the right. Bring your left hand to your right knee and your right hand behind you. Shift your weight so you're still centered in between your hips. Lengthen, exhale, twist, and look back over your right shoulder. Breathe in, exhale, a little bit deeper. Pick up your right hand and place it on your lower back or on your left hip. And now reach your right arm out and up. Gaze up at your fingers and then exhale over to the left. Breathe here. One more breath. And then come all the way back up. Release both hands back to your lap. Open your arms into a big T. On your exhale, grab your fingers, interlace your palms, press the air away from you, round through your spine. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, round forward. One more inhale, up. And exhale, round. Release the grip, open back into your T shape. And then on your exhale, interlace your arms behind you. Lift your arms up, arch forward. Exhale, back to straight. Lift up, and then exhale. Inhale, and exhale one more time. Inhale, and release. Roll your shoulders out, maybe one at a time, maybe both together, whichever feels good. Switch the direction. And now let's make our way into our tabletop position, lining our hands up under our knees. Fingertips spread. Think about gripping the mat like you're digging your fingers into a pile of sand. Your knees are underneath your hips, your feet are straight back behind you. So we already did some cat-cow, so we'll do a little bit more here. Open your heart forward. Exhale, round. Open your heart forward. Exhale, round. One more. Open your heart forward. Exhale, round. So now we're going to do a side to side. So come back to your neutral position and look over your left shoulder, bumping your hips to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, look over your right shoulder, bump your hips to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale through center, exhale over to the right. You might be rolling over your knees a little bit. That's okay, as long as it feels okay. Once more each side, and then come back to center. We're going to peel our right arm up, gazing up at the ceiling. And then on our exhale, we're going to thread the right arm underneath the left, bringing our right ear down to the mat. Roll onto the outer edge of your ear, the outer edge of your right shoulder. Spread your palm so it faces up to the ceiling. See if you can straighten your hips out, pressing both shins evenly into the mat. If you're comfortable here, you can reach your left arm up to the sky. And if you want to explore, you can bring your left hand around your back onto your right hip or thigh. Take another breath here, twisting through our torso. And then slowly start to unwind, bringing the left hand down to the mat, reaching all the way back up with the right, and then float the right hand down back to where we started. Take a breath here to realign, make sure you still feel good, and then peel the left arm up. Exhale, thread it under the right arm, bringing the left ear down to the mat this time. Roll onto the outer edge of your ear, the outer edge of your left shoulder. Spread your left fingertips. Pull your hips back over your knees. And if you want, you can start to reach your right arm up to the sky, keeping it here or rotating it and bringing it over to your left hip, opening your chest a little bit deeper. One more breath, and then reach your right arm up, bring it back down to the mat. Unwind your left arm, reach it up to the sky, and then float it back down. We're going to curl our toes under, and we're going to shift our weight back so that we're stretching out the bottoms of our toes. You're pressing the mat away from you. So your arms are pressing down, toes, bottoms of the feet are stretching out. Come back up into your tabletop position. Untuck your toes, reach your right leg back behind you, your left arm forward. Think about lifting your belly button up to your spine, finding your balance, and float your arm and leg up, and then let them come back down. Float them up, let them come back down. One more time, float it up, hold here. Drop your right hip a little bit. Gaze straight down, finding your balance, and then return the left hand, right knee. Find your center between your right side and your left side, re-engage, grab the mat with your fingertips, extend your left leg back, right arm forward, and then float both up and down. Nice, keeping your leg at hip height, not coming any higher than that. And lower back down. Last time, lift up. Hold here. Find your balance. And then lower everything back down. Curl your toes under again. Slide your hands one handprint forward. Press the mat away from you. And as you press away with your hands, you should feel your toes start to engage. And now peel up slowly, coming into your downward facing dog. Once you get into your downward facing dog, you might notice that you need to make some adjustments. For example, I noticed that my feet, my back end is a little bit further to the left than my front end. So I am going to realign myself. This happens to all of us. We're human. So from this down dog, to check that we're nice and straight, we're going to all pull forward into our plank pose. Our shoulders are over our wrists. Maybe you need to walk your feet back a little bit. Make sure that they're straight behind you. And then lift back up into your downward facing dog. Nice. If you feel like you're slipping, bend your knees a little, grip the mat like you have little gecko hands. And now float the right leg up behind you. Step your right foot all the way forward between your hands. Help it along if you need to. Lower your left knee down, untuck your toes, reach your arms out and up. Breathe here, squaring your hips to the front of the mat. Interlace your fingers, release your pointer finger, and now let your hips sink forward, coming into a crescent lunge, gazing up at the ceiling. Big stretch through your left hip flexor. One more breath here, and then release your arms down, step back to downward facing dog. Deep, slow breath in between. And now float your left leg up. Step your left foot all the way forward. Lower your right knee down, untuck your toes, reach your arms out and up. Breathe here. Press down with your right shin. Think about pulling your left heel towards your right knee, and that should activate along your inner thigh, all of this like shoop. And interlace your fingers, release your pointer finger. Zoop is a very technical yogic term. Gaze up and let your hips sink forward. Breathe here. Now notice if you let go of the connection that you have with your waist and your hips. You don't want to just fall into this. You want to move into it with purpose and control. Exhale, release your hands down. Step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your right leg up behind you. Bend your right knee this time and open your knee up to the ceiling. Press the mat away from you. Extend the right leg back behind you and bring it all the way up between your hands. Lower your left knee down, untuck your toes, reach your arms out and up. Find your balance, and then open your arms out and give yourself a big hug, right arm on top of left arm. Maybe you can reach your shoulders, and then lift your elbows up to the ceiling as you come forward into a crescent lunge in this nice hugging shape. One more breath here. And then release yourself all the way back down. Step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Lengthen your hips. Reach them up to the ceiling behind you. Float your left leg up. Bend your left knee. Open your hip to the left. Breathe here. Reach your left leg up behind you and then step the left foot all the way forward. Lower the right knee down, untuck the toes, reach your arms up. As you reach up, think about drawing your inner body up. And now open your arms into a T, hug yourself with the left arm on top. Breathe here, hinge the weight forward. Nice. Really think about drawing that left heel towards your right knee, pressing your right shin. Your legs are on fire. They're doing so much work. And then release that. Come all the way back down. Step back into downward facing dog. Nice. Put the right leg up behind you, bend the right knee, and maybe you take a big circle with the right knee. And if you did that, maybe you take one circle in the other direction and then extend the right leg back behind you. Step the right foot all the way forward. Lower the left knee down. Reach your arms out into a T. So now, right arm over left for a hug, or bring the backs of your palms together, or double cross coming into eagle arms. This is really testing your balance. And now if you can, lift your elbows up, let your hips come forward. Nice, everybody. And then release. Step back to downward facing dog. It is a balancing challenge, even though you have all this body parts on the mat. Float your left leg up, bend your left knee. If you took the circles, do them again. Take one big circle. And then in the other direction. Extend the left leg behind you and then bring it all the way up between your hands. Lower your right knee down. Reach your arms out to the side. Find your balance. Hug left arm over right. Back of the palms or double cross. Find your balance here with your arms in this weird position and then lift your elbows up, sinking your hips forward. Nice. One more breath. And then slowly release. Step back to downward facing dog. And breathe here. Gaze forward at your hands and take lots of little baby steps, rolling through your foot, bringing your feet up to meet your hands, coming into a deep forward fold. Bend your knees so that you can let your chest touch your thighs. Let your upper body rest on your lower body, and let your head hang heavy. Breathe here. We're going to start to roll up one vertebra at a time, nice and slow, pressing down through your feet, drawing up through your belly, stacking your spine, one at a time. Coming all the way up to stand, letting your head come up last, and then roll your shoulders back. 1, 2, 3, and then in the other direction. So we're going to practice our eagle arms again, standing, feet exactly where they are. Reach your arms out to the side. Cross your right arm over your left. Bring the backs of your hands to touch, and then maybe the palms of your hands. From here, you're going to lift up, and then exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Feel your feet grounding down. Exhale, round. One more. And round. Release your arms all the way down. All right, this time we're going to add on the chair pose. So both feet stay where they are, but sit back, coming into your chair pose. Open your arms out to a T. Bring your left arm over your right. Stay here, or bring the backs of your palms, or the double cross. Sit down a little bit lower, and now can you lift your elbows and exhale round. You have a smaller range of motion now that you're in a chair pose or essentially a squat. One more time. And then release the arms and stand up. All right, so itty by bitty, we're gonna get there to the whole, we're gonna give the whole thing a try later on. All right, let's do some sun salutations. So coming to the top of your mat, let it all go. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back with your right foot. Take a breath. Step back with your left foot. You're in plank. Lower your knees. Hug your elbows in by your side as you lower your chest and chin. Untuck your toes. Lift your chest, baby cobra. Exhale through tabletop. Shift your hips back, curl your toes under, and then come back up into your downward facing dog. Moving nice and slow. Put your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot all the way forward. Take a pause. Bring the left foot up to meet it. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, palms touch, and then exhale, right back down again. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back with your left foot. Plant your hands, step back with your right foot. You're in your plank. Lower both knees. Lower your chest and chin. Untuck your toes. Come into your baby cobra. On your exhale, lift your belly button up as you press yourself into your tabletop. And then curl your toes, reach your hips up, downward facing dog. Put your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward. Step your right foot up to meet it. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms all the way out and up, and then let them float down by your side. Take a big inhale. And exhale everything out. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your right leg back. Step your left leg back. You're in plank. Lower your knees. Draw your belly button into your spine as you bend your elbows and lower your chest and chin. Untuck your toes, lift your belly button, then lift your chest. And then exhale back through tabletop into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot forward. Step your left foot up to meet it. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, right back down again. Step your left leg back. Plant your hands, step your right leg back. You're in your plank position. Lower your knees, draw your belly button in, bend your elbows, lower chest and chin. Untuck your toes, lift up, coming into a little back bend, and then draw your belly button in as you lift your hips up. Pulling from the back end, coming back into downward facing dog. Put your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward. Step your right foot up to meet it. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, palms touch. Exhale your hands down by your side. One more time through this. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen our spines. Exhale, step back with our right hand. Pause here in this low lunge. If you have the balance, reach your arms up, coming into your high lunge. Exhale, back down. Step back to plank. If you want to challenge yourself and you feel like you're ready, you can lower halfway down. Otherwise, stick with knees, chest, chin. Baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale through tabletop to downward facing dog. And breathe. Float your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot forward. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold right back over. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your left foot back, low lunge. Square your hips, reach your arms out and up. High lunge, nice. Bring your hands back down. Step back to plank, your choice, knees, chest, chin, or halfway down. Baby cobra, downward facing dog, and breathe. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot forward. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, palms touch. Exhale your arms down by your side. All right, we've done the arms for tree. Let's try the legs. So we're gonna stand with our feet hip distance apart, nice and tall. We're gonna sit down. We're not gonna worry about our arms just yet. You're gonna shift your weight into your right leg. You're gonna lift your left leg up and cross it over. And this might be where you stay, arms out to the side, or we're hold on to a chair, onto the wall. Maybe you can do a double hook. Maybe not. Nice, nice. And then slowly release, coming all the way back up. Go ahead and shake that out side to side. And then come back to stand. We'll try the other leg. So sit down into your chair position, press into your left leg, float your right leg up, cross it over. Stay here, or if you can flick it behind. If you can't, don't try and do it just to do it. Sit a little bit lower. Nice. And then come all the way out of it. And then go ahead and shake it side to side. All right. Let's build a little bit of a flow. And at the very end, we'll try the full tree. All right. So we have time to wrap our heads around getting there. So come to the front of your mat, stand up nice and tall. Breathe deeply. And then reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Your vinyasa, so knees, chest, chin, if that's what you're working on, or if you feel comfortable doing a full chaturanga. Or you can skip it all together because we are definitely nice and warmed up. And we're going to meet up in our downward facing dog. So we're going to float our left leg up behind us, and then we're going to tap it right back down again. Float the left leg up behind us, tap it right back down. And as you're doing this, try and keep your hips nice and square to the mat. We're going to do 2 more. So you want to try and only have that left leg move. Last one, hold it up here in your 3-legged dog. And now draw the knee into your chest as you slowly shift your left foot all the way up between your hands, coming into your low lunge. Take a breath here, and then press down to straighten your front leg, and then come back into your low lunge. And so you might not be able to straighten your front leg all the way, and that's fine. And then come back into your low lunge. One more time, straighten your front leg and come back into your low lunge. We're going to drop our right heel down. We're going to reach our right arm forward and cartwheel ourselves up into our warrior 2 facing the hallway. Breathe here. Bending our left knee, gazing over our left fingertips. Turn our left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Nice and slow, deep breath. Come back to warrior 2. Bend your left arm, place it on your left thigh, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Drop your left hip a little bit deeper. Take your right arm, reach it overhead so that your right bicep is by your right ear. Breathe here. Cartwheel yourself back up to warrior 2. Straighten your front leg. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful triangle. Engage your inner thighs so you don't fall over. And now we're going to make a big cartwheel all the way back down to low lunge. Step back to plank. Your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, baby cobra, downward facing dog. Breathing in down dog. Grip the mat like you're holding on to puddles of sand. And then float your right leg up behind you and tap it down. Float your right leg back up. Tap it down. Think about keeping your hips even, keeping your shoulders even. 2 more. Last one, hold the leg up here. Reach it further away from you. And then draw the right knee into the chest as you slide the right foot up into your low lunge. Pressing down with your fingertips, or if you have blocks, which none of us here do, straighten your front leg as much as you can, and then come back into your low lunge. Straighten your front leg, come back into your low lunge. Straighten your front leg, and come back into your low lunge. Drop your left heel down. Reach your left arm forward up to the ceiling as you cartwheel yourself up into your warrior two, really using your lower body and core strength. Gaze out over your right fingertips. Breathe here. Turn your right palm up. Exhale back, peaceful warrior. Nice, long, deep breath. And then come back to warrior two. Bend your right arm, place it on your right thigh. Reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Drop your right hip a little bit further. Bring your left arm so that your bicep is with your left ear. Turn your right palm up to the ceiling. Come back into your warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Turn your right palm up. Exhale back, peaceful triangle. And then from here, we're going to cartwheel ourselves all the way down to the floor, back into our low lunge. Step back into plank. Knees, chest, chin. Baby cobra. Lifting back up into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put the left leg up behind you. We're going to tap it 3 times. So 1, lift it up 2, lift it up 3, hold it here. Step the left foot all the way up between your hands. Straighten your front leg. Rebend your knee. Straighten your front leg. Rebend the knee. One more time. Drop your right heel, reach your right arm out and up, coming into your warrior two. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come all the way through to side angle, reaching your right arm overhead, keeping your left knee bent. Come back to warrior two, straighten your front leg, turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful triangle. This time when we cartwheel down, we're going to bring our hands to the inside of our left foot. So cartwheel all the way down, hands on the inside of your left foot, coming into a lizard. Lower your right knee down. Breathe here. So you should feel a little more open through your left hip. Take one more breath. Maybe you can come down to your forearms. Maybe not. I'm just going to reach out in front a little bit, coming down a little bit deeper. And go ahead, bring your hands back, lift your back knee, drop your right foot, cartwheel yourself back up to warrior two. That's okay. And from here, straighten both legs, turn them towards the door. Bring your hands to heart center. Pressing into the outer edges of your feet, draw your belly button up and hinge forward. Letting your fingertips come down to the ground whenever it's comfortable for you. And letting your head hang heavy. You're still actively engaging the outer edges of your feet and your legs, so don't let this be complete and total relaxation. Take one more breath here. And then you're going to walk yourself around to the front of your mat, turning both of your feet, planting your hands, stepping back to plank. Lower your knees, lower your chest and chin, untuck your toes, baby cobra. Exhale into downward facing dog. And breathe. Lift your right leg up and tap it down. Lift your right leg up and tap it down. One more time, float it up And now step it all the way forward, coming into your low lunge. Straighten your front leg, pulling your right hip back, and then re-bend your knee. Reach your hips back and re-bend. One more time. And bend. Turn your left heel down, cartwheel yourself up nice and slow into your warrior two. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Flow all the way through to side angle, right forearm on right thigh, reaching your left arm up to the ceiling. Breathe here. Come back up to warrior two. Straighten your front leg, turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful triangle. Breathe here. This time we're going to cartwheel down to the inside of our right foot, turning our left heel up, coming into our lizard pose, lowering our left knee down. So your right knee is opening out to the right. Your right foot might even come to a little bit of a angle towards 1 o'clock. Maybe walk your hands out a little bit further. And let your hips sink in. Walk your hands back, lift your back knee, lower your foot, cartwheel yourself back up to warrior two. Straighten the front leg, turn your toes to the window, reach your arms up overhead, draw them to heart center. Take a breath and then exhale, fold forward. Letting your head hang heavy, lifting up through your hips so that you stretch through the backs of your legs. Take one more breath here. And then slowly walk towards the front of your mat, placing one hand on either side of your front foot. Step back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Nice long deep breath in down dog. Put your left leg up behind you. Tap it back down. Float it up. Tap it back down. Last time, float it up. Hold it here. Draw the left knee to your chest. Slide the left foot up between your hands. Open your heart in your low lunge. And now exhale, round and straighten that front leg as much as you can. Lower back down into your low lunge. Exhale, round and straighten the front leg. Last time, open and straighten. Come back down into your low lunge. Drop your right heel down. Press into the outer edge of your right foot. Cartwheel yourself up to warrior two. Turn your left palm up. Exhale back, peaceful warrior. Flow all the way through to side angle. Come back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Turn your left palm up. Exhale back. Peaceful triangle. Cartwheel your hands down into your lizard. Turn your left toes to 11 o'clock. Drop your right knee down. Open your heart forward. Take your left hand. Maybe you bring it onto your left knee and gently press it away from you, taking a little bit of a back bend here. Creating space in your hips. And then bring your hands down. Cartwheel yourself back up into warrior two. Straighten your leg, turn both toes towards the hallway. Palms touch overhead. Lift your heels and turn them in so your toes are pointing out. And then draw your hands to your chest as you sit into your goddess pose or your wide squat. Maybe you take a little pulse here, or you sway side to side. Keeping your shoulders over your hips. Nice. You guys look great. And then reach back up into your 5-point star position, taking up space. And then cartwheel yourself all the way down into your low lunge. Step back to plank. Lower through your vinyasa. Meeting up in downward facing dog. Breathing here. Float your right leg up behind you, tap it down. Float your right leg up, tap it down. Last time, float your right leg up, draw it forward. Slide your right foot all the way up between your hands. Open your heart in your low lunge, and then exhale, straighten your front leg as much as you can. And then open your heart back up. Exhale, round and straighten your leg. Open your heart forward. Exhale, round and straighten. Come back into your low lunge. Drop your left heel down, cartwheel yourself up to warrior two. Breathe here. Reach your arms away from each other. Turn your right palm up. Exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come all the way through. Place your right forearm on your right thigh, reaching your left arm up and over, coming into side angle. Come all the way back up to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Turn your right palm up. Exhale back. And then from here, cartwheel all the way down into your lizard. So both hands inside your right foot. Turn your right toes towards 1 o'clock. Lower your left knee down. And maybe this time gently press your right thigh away from you, taking a little bit of a back bend, feeling the hips open up and soften. One more breath here. Come back, lift your left knee up. Drop your left foot down, cartwheel yourself back up into warrior two. So much leg and core strength. Straighten your right leg, turn your toes to the side, bring your heels in, and now bring your hands to heart center and sit into goddess. Nice. Draw your belly button in. Press into the, nice adjustment, pressing into the outer edges of your feet. And then reach on up, coming into your 5-point star. And then cartwheel all the way down. Last vinyasa, step back to plank. Lower your knees, chest, chin. Baby cobra. Exhale into downward facing dog. And breathe. We're gonna walk our feet to the middle of our mat. Walk our hands to meet our feet. We're gonna sit our hips back into our chair pose as we reach our arms up. Now, trying full eagle. So if you need the wall or a chair, we're gonna open our arms. We're gonna cross our right arm on top, double, maybe it's a hug. And then you're gonna lift your right leg and cross your right leg over your left. Nice. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Can you shift your shoulders back over your hips and sit a little bit deeper? You guys look amazing. And then slowly unfold everything. Shake it right to left. This like twisting and constricting is so good for your digestion. So get everything moving. All right, let's sit back down into our chair pose. Open our arms out to our left. Left arm over right. Hug or flip. And then shift your weight into your right leg, peel your left leg up, and twist it around your right leg. Now it's completely normal for one side to be very different from the other. Do what you can, explore. Find something to focus on to keep your balance. One more breath, and then slowly release and shake it out. All right. Stand up nice and tall. Reach your arms all the way up. And then fold all the way forward. Coming into your tabletop, crossing your ankles and rolling into a seated position. Placing your feet on the floor, reach your arms forward, and we're going to lower to a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a moment. Enjoy it. All right, we're going to do a couple back bends tonight. So coming into your bridge pose, you should be able to bring your feet so you can tickle your heels. Nice. You guys both look good. Hip distance apart, toes pointing to the front of the room. Think about your shins reaching towards your big toe. Plant your hands down on either side of your hips or hold onto the edge of your yoga mat if you need a little bit of extra support. And now peel your hips up one vertebra at a time. As you lift your hips up, think about pressing your heel, your big toe, and your pinky toe down. So you can grip the side of your yoga mat to try and lift your chest a little bit higher, or you can interlace your fingers behind your back and shimmy your shoulder blades together. If you have your hands clasped, think about pressing the outer edges of your palms into the mat to give you more leverage. One more breath, and then slowly release and roll everything down one at a time. Bring your knees to touch and your feet to the outer edge of your mat. Place one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. Come into this constructive rest. You might have been holding your breath, which we want to try not to do, but it happens. Let's do that one more time. So bring your feet back in line with your hips, toes pointing towards the end of your yoga mat. Plant your hands down or grip the edge of your yoga mat. And then peel your hips up one vertebra at a time. Pressing down through your heels to lift up higher. Think about your chest moving towards your chin and your chin moving up towards the ceiling. You can pull the mat towards you or interlace your fingers. Think about lifting your hips higher, compressing the vertebra. 2 more breaths. And then slowly roll down. Bring your knees to touch and your feet to the outer edge of the mat. Bring both hands to your body. And try to relax. Drop both knees over to the right. And then bring them all the way over to the left, taking this wide-legged windshield wiper. And go back to the right. And back to the left. Bring your knees back up to the ceiling. Extend your right leg up to the ceiling. And then bend it, placing your right ankle on your left knee. This might be enough of a stretch for you, gently pressing your right thigh away from you. But you can also explore lifting your left shin, reaching behind your left thigh, coming into this reclined figure 4. You can hold this, or you can make some circles or rock side to side. If you've been sitting all day, this might feel really good in your hips. And then release it and place both feet back on the mat. Reach your left leg up to the ceiling, bend your left knee, gently press your left thigh away from you. Stay here or lift your right leg up, reach behind your right thigh, coming into your figure four on this side. And maybe gently rocking here. And then release that, bringing both feet back down to the mat. I'm going to draw my knees into my armpits and take some knee stirs, but if you prefer a happy baby, or maybe you want to get your legs up over your head, there's a lot of options here. This is just a moment when you can do something that feels right for you. Not worrying about what I'm doing or anyone else is doing. And now extend both legs away from you. Let them come down onto the floor. Extend both arms away from you. Let them rest down on the floor. Let the back of your head get heavy. Let your shoulder blades get heavy. Let your hips get heavy. Let your heels get heavy. Feel your body connecting and sinking into your mat. Take a big inhale and draw all the energy into the center, into your belly. Hold it in. And then exhale, let it all rush out from the center to your fingertips, to your toes. Take one more big breath, drawing all that energy into center. Hold it. And then exhale, let it all release. I'm going to come around with a little bit of lavender oil for Shavasana adjustment. If this is something you are not interested in, place one hand on your stomach, and I will know to respect your space. Start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Let your head gently rock side to side. Let your jaw relax. And if you're ready, reach your arms up overhead, taking a big stretch like you just woke up in the morning. And then roll on to one side, taking your time to get there. And then when you're ready, come back up into a seated position. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your torso. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your breath, the life and energy moving around inside of you. Thank yourself for showing up tonight. I thank you all for allowing me to lead you through your practice. Namaste.